God, look at Davion, the gold off-night Mitchell 3-dagger for the win. Bang! Oof, oof, oof. Listen, man, cheese sticks, hate the Knicks, Terry Bricks, them picks, man. We all gonna die, so supersize them fries, motherfucker. Surprise, cause it's Heat in 5, man. Damn, what a game, man. I wanted the picks because I was a fool. What a game, man. Big-time players make big-time plays in big-time games, and that's what every single member of the Miami Heat did today. Tyler Hero got off to a rocky start. Then in the fourth quarter, had some turnovers. Trae Young started cooking. I said, damn it. He's not in that conversation with Trae Young. But Tyler Hero says, screw that. I'm going to go bucket for bucket for bucket. DPOY Dyson Daniels guarded me? Nah. Step back on you. Bang. Another shot. Bang. Bang. As the Miami Heat advanced to the playoffs, man. That man Trae Young, oh my God, that Mario Goomba looking diaper box baby kid, dirty lollipop man was in hell tonight. Was being guarded by Wiggins and then Davion Mitchell just to occasionally get to the rim and be met by Khalil Ware and Bam Adebayo. Yo, shout out Khalil Ware, man. Should have got a lot more minutes. I think Spo was kind of tripping, but he was awesome tonight, and that's how a rookie performs, man. Oh, sorry, man. Just got so many dogs on this team. The occasional bark is getting let out. Shout out Khalil Ware, man. That's why I'm coming to you live from the warehouse tonight, baby. Also, y'all thought Trae Young was in hell. My girlfriend was actually in hell today. That's the real reason I'm in the garage sweating my ass off. I promise you, I'm not sweating this much just from jumping up and down throughout overtime, because I definitely was. But I'm sweating because it's hot in here. And the reason that I'm in the garage is because I'm back home in Broward, the childhood home, for Easter weekend. Hope everyone has a great Easter on Sunday. And my girlfriend is in the bedroom sleeping because she's a night worker. She's a night worker. That makes her sound like a prostitute. She's a nurse who works night shifts, and she got off this morning after a 12-hour shift, went straight to an appointment she had. And then when she was leaving the appointment, she had a car back into her in the parking lot. Some dumbass kid who doesn't look behind him when he drives. But that's South Florida for you. So anyways, she was dealing with that all day and basically was up for like 24 hours straight. So she's sleeping in my bedroom now. So I came to the garage because the rest of my family's in the house getting ready and stuff, because we're actually celebrating Easter tomorrow. So I figured I'd come to this garage to celebrate this win with y'all, because the Miami Heat looked absolutely amazing. Well, for the first half, at least. The second quarter was rocky. But in the fourth quarter, when things got tight, man, did they make some plays, man. Wait a second. It's telling me right here that 52% of y'all did not want to win this game. And make sure y'all subscribe so we can fix that. The support is greatly appreciated. Let's get back into it. Oh, my God. I mean, Khalil Ware, that's a rookie. Not that Zachary Ricochet, who shot like 1 of 11 tonight. That's your superstar. Trae Young, that's your superstar? Oh, my God. I got so many notes, man. Let me make sure I ain't missed nothing. I'm sweating my ass off. All right, let's get into tonight's game, where, of course, the Miami Heat ended up winning in overtime with a final score of 123-114. So they kicked the Hawks' ass in overtime. Funny that they actually ended up winning by 9, because they were up 9, I think, at the end of the first quarter, second quarter, and third quarter. And then the Hawks obviously outscored us in the fourth quarter, and Trae Young had this layup to tie the game at the buzzer. Trae Young on Wiggins. Oh, he's going to go for overtime. Got it. Oh. He got timeout, though. He got timeout. It's all good. And I was kind of iffy on back and forth because I was trying to be the optimistic guy that I am. And I was sort of preparing myself for both outcomes of, yes, they make the playoffs. I'm happy. Heat in 5, let's beat the Cavs. We still get the pick next year, whatever. And we'll explain the whole pick situation in another video. Maybe tomorrow, if not the next day. We'll see. But then I was mentally prepared all game to not care about the pick because the Heat were kicking their ass. But then that second half came, and I'm starting to think, and the Hawks actually took like a 6-point lead in the fourth quarter. And I'm thinking, you know what? I don't care about the playoffs. I want the pick. And then it was back and forth. And just from a mentality standpoint, I was all over the place, full of ups and downs, just like the Heat season as a whole. But coming into the game, though, you had both Pella and Nikola Jovic probable. They were both upgraded. Pella was actually available last game, didn't play. This time, both of them were available, but they didn't check in. That's not super surprising, just because in an elimination game, we've been talking about it, I don't expect Spo to trust the rookie, especially when Kyle Anderson has been playing so well, which boy, did he have an impact tonight. We'll get into that. That's kind of when the crazy shenanigan hijinks started, is when Kyle Anderson was out there hitting back-to-back grenades in the corner like he was PJ Tucker or something. But in the first quarter, the Heat came out to, hey, make sure y'all leave a like, man, because I'm sweating my ass off doing this for y'all. But the Heat came into the first quarter. They were immediately up 10-0 in the first 3 minutes. So they brought that same energy that they did against the Bulls, where they clearly looked like the better team. We were all curious who was going to guard Trey, because last game, the Heat started with Bam immediately on Josh Giddey. We were wondering if they do the same today. But no, Spo decided to put Andrew Wiggins on Trae Young. And Wiggins had an early steal. Bam had a nice block early on Trae Young. And that's when his awful nights really started. But then the Heat had like a 1-minute stretch where they were getting constant turnovers. They couldn't get a rebound. The Hawks would cut it to 2. Trae Young had a chance to tie. He did not. And then the Heat went on a run of their own. You had Wiggins aggressive early with 9 points. Khalil Ware was actually the second leading scorer. He had 8 points. And Tyler was 1 for 4 in the first quarter, but he still had 3 assists. So he was doing some things out there, moving the ball. The Heat were up 9 at the end of the first quarter. Then you had early in the second quarter, Bam was attacking Georges Niang, taking his slow ass to the rim, which is exactly what I want to see Bam continue to do. Every single time he has a slow-footed big man on him. And then you had Kaywood Highsmith with a great hustle play, like dove out of bounds like he was a quarterback falling out of a pocket, and did a one-handed pass to a running Kyle Anderson in transition, who hit Tyler Hero, who hit a big transition 3. And then you had a lot of back and forth, actually, between Anderson and also Georges Niang. And Georges Niang played well tonight. And he is one of the guys who, when he plays well, it almost upsets me more than any other guy in the league doing well, just because he's so slow. He's slower than slow-mo, which tells you something. But that being said, watch slow-mo and Niang go back and forth kind of gives me some hopes that maybe I can still make the NBA, because I'm not very athletic, and neither are those guys, although they're 6'9", and I'm only 6'3". Bam had a great block after that where he stuffed Dyson Daniels. And every time Bam is matched up against these other DPOY candidates, he always tries to show out because he never gets the respect that he deserves. So seeing him have such an emphatic block on Daniels really got me hype as well. Khalil Ware hit a nasty fadeaway from like 7 feet out with just such soft touch. And he's 7 feet tall. He can get that shot over anyone. His development just continually excites me. I thought Ware was awesome today. No reason he shouldn't have got more minutes, because he was 5 for 5 at that point. And in the first half, Trae Young had 12 and 5, but he was only shooting 2 of 11. And he actually had a team worst -11 in the plus-minus. So the Heat really had him in hell like they always do. We can go back to the years of PJ Tucker or Gabe Vincent or Caleb Martin or Victor Oladipo, and now it's Andrew Wiggins, Davion Mitchell. They've always seemed to have his number, and Spo just knows how to completely shut him out of a game. But to close the first half, the Heat were still up 9. They actually had every starter in double digits besides Alec Burks, so they were really moving the ball well. In that third quarter, the Heat had a ton of turnovers to start. The third quarter happened immediately. No false hope this time as the Hawks would go on a 9-0 run. Trae actually would have a chance to tie, but he missed. And then Davion Mitchell's energy really stopped the bleeding. Had a great steal and layup. Then almost another steal, which turned into a loose ball. You had a Hero and another Hawks player die for the ball. And that's when we really saw the playoff-type atmosphere really kick in. And that's when I really got into it. The Hawks actually would get that loose ball, and Shea would miss a wide-open 3 that could have tied, or I guess cut it to 2 or whatever it was. He was 1 for 11 at that point. Had a very, very rough night. We'll get into the box score and everyone else later. But yeah, he was terrible. I know he's had a good second half of his rookie season. Not saying he won't be a good player, but tonight, no cojones for Zachary Ricochet tonight. But then Bam Adebayo had an incredible lob to Ware, who made a great catch. Almost with Ware, like I said, it was a great lob. But really, Bam just kind of threw it in the vicinity of the rim, and Ware went up and got it. Which has got to be one of the most fun things about playing with Khalil Ware, I'd imagine, is that he just makes the job so easy. Sort of like Derrick Jones Jr. or LeBron back in the day. Throw it up anywhere, and that guy will get it. Mario Chalmers proved that to be true with LeBron, because he had some wild lobs, and it didn't matter when you have a guy with hands that great and a catch radius that large. But then there was a wild sequence to end the third quarter where Kyle Anderson had a quick release shot. Who would have thought Kyle Anderson's quick release from 3 actually looks pretty nice. Hit a grenade in the corner with the shot clock winding down. Then that's when Yang matched it with a 3, and the crowd was getting way into it. Even HAWKS was on the bench, and they did a zoom in of him smiling. Terry Rozier was standing next to him too. And I want to credit those guys too, because all season, even though Jaime and Terry have been out of the rotation for a couple of months, they're always on the bench enjoying each other's success, which is one of the biggest Spoisms. Guys like that were such integral parts of the rotation last year, they've struggled a ton this year. It would be so easy for them to sit on the bench and pout and be mad that they're not getting any minutes. But no, they are active, they are engaged, and they are so happy for all their teammates. And as a Heat fan, it just warms my heart, the chemistry that they have. So I want to shout out Jaime and Terry Rozier for that. But then following that Yang 3, Kyle Anderson hit another grenade that just had a toe on the line, but he did catch that as well. Now, I guess the pro is that he made it. The con is, why did back-to-back offensive possessions in a close game and with a Kyle Anderson bomb from downtown, a miracle that was answered? That's not how you want to run the offense. But shout out to Slow-Mo for making the shots. The Heat would still be up 9 heading into the fourth quarter. Then, this is when things got crazy. You had Terrence Mann hit a 3, then Trae Young hit a 3. That made it a 3-point game just a minute and a half in. But then after the timeout, Tyler Hero actually got 3 straight shots and 2 straight offensive rebounds. He missed, got his own offensive rebound, which was tipped around a bunch, but he still got it. He missed again. Ball was tipped around a bunch. He came around down with the rebound. Then he hit another midi. So I was glad to see Hero take advantage of that opportunity. And then there was a possession. This is where the Heat looked sloppy for a while. There was a loose ball lying on the ground. No Heat player went for it. It was almost like one of those things where everybody thinks the other guy's going to get it because it's just surrounded by Heat players, but they're not able to get that ball. And then the Hawks would take it. Dyson Daniels would hit a 3 to make it a 2-point game. And then Karis LeVert would take an awful 3. That's all he does is take awful 3s. That guy sucks. I'm glad he's not on my team. Although Hero did follow that with an awful 3 of his own. It was like an isolation, no ball movement 3. And that led to a Terrence Mann bucket in transition to tie the game. And that's when I started getting mad because I just praised Tyler Hero in yesterday's video, and in a video titled Tyler Hero is Playing Perfect Basketball, where I did some film analysis of his game versus the Bulls, where he was awesome. He didn't settle. And to see him start to settle for these deep transition or isolation 3s, it frustrated me because that's really what we wanted to get away from, and that's what I was giving him credit yesterday for doing. And I felt like he got back into that a little bit too much to start the fourth quarter. And then the Heat would compound that mistake by Bam just throwing the ball out of bounds while Wiggins was cutting. Again, looking like they forget how to play basketball. The communication is off all of a sudden. Trae Young cooked Tyler Hero, hit a step-back 3 to take a 3-point lead. The Heat continued getting torched. Okongwu got a steal on Hero. He had a slam to put the Hawks up 6 with 5 minutes to go. I'm still wondering, where the hell is Khalil Ware? A guy to provide some rim deterrence or to get an easy bucket for you, or easy putback, something. Nowhere to be found. That part was very frustrating. But then after the timeout, when it looked like the Heat had let go of the rope and all hope was lost, who was there but Davion Mitchell hitting a 3-pointer to bring it back to within 3. And then Tyler Hero would add into the game on his own, hitting a couple of big middies in a row to get the Heat back the lead with 3 minutes to go. Bam had an incredible block on Trae Young, who looked like he had a wide open layup. And then Hero kind of forced a layup in transition. But it's all good because then Yang forced a terrible 3. And then Bam and Wiggins. There was a couple wild offensive plays for the Heat. This one, it was a Highsmith 3. And then Bam and Wiggins both tipped it at the same time. They ended up getting it to go on the offensive rebound. And then following a Georges Niang lay, Tyler Hero would get that great step back where he cooked Dyson Daniels for the midi. And then Daniels would match with a wide open dunk of his own. But then you had Bam Adebayo try to shoot a midi. It looked like he kind of lost the ball or got blocked. And Highsmith caught the ball under the rim with like a half a second left and just kind of threw it up and in on kind of an offensive rebound / wild loose ball putback. Just another wild play that it really made it look like the basketball gods were not going to let the Heat lose this one. So shout out to Highsmith, who also made some incredible hustle plays late as well. And then that's when the Heat would get a stop with 20 seconds left. They would be up 1. Hero would go to the free throw line to end the game, but he splits the free throws. Now the Heat are only up 2 with about 11 seconds left. And on the Hawks inbound, Okongwu stepped out of bounds once they inbounded it. How the ref didn't see it, I don't know. But, when Max Strus steps out of bounds versus the Celtics in Game 7, they could review it. And now this time they can't review it. That would have been Heat ball. But either way, the refs don't call it. Hawks will get to inbound again because the Heat fouled. They had a foul to give. Trae Young will get that layup to tie the game with a second to go. And then Wiggins will miss the game winner. Then going into overtime, it was all Miami Heat. Tyler Hero had a 3 to open up overtime. And then Trae Young got a layup. But then Davion Mitchell hit another 3 for the Heat. And then Davion Mitchell hit another 3 for the Heat. And then the following defensive possession, Davion forced a turnover on a Hawks moving screen like he always does. Davion had that place lit the hell up. He ran to the bench, dapped up every single member, just bringing the most energy that I ever seen. And it's getting me excited just thinking about it again, man. But then Trae Young would try to give the Hawks a chance. He hit a tough step back 3 on Bam. But then Tyler Hero came right down the court and hit a dagger deep 3 of his own. Just a balls star shot. Not all-star shot, ball star shot. Copyright that. Just came up with that on the fly, and I kind of like it. And then the Hawks would have a chance to cut it to 3. Karis LeVert has a wide open look, and for some reason he hesitates. He forces up bad shots without thinking. Now he has an open 3 and he hesitates. That guy sucks. Then he missed a 3, and then he missed a 3. The Heat were up 6, and then that's when Davion Mitchell would miss a 3, get his own rebound, and then hit another 3, which is the video that y'all saw at the beginning of this video. Wow, so Davion Mitchell really had 3 threes in the fourth quarter? Holy crap, dude. Oh, what a game. As the Heat advanced to the playoffs to play the Cleveland Cavaliers. Let's go ahead and go through this box score real quick. We got Andrew Wiggins, 20 points, 8 rebounds, 8 assists, 8 of 17 shooting. He was very active defensively, just like he was versus the Bulls, and he brought all those other things on the offense. Bam Adebayo, 17 points, 11 rebounds, 5 assists, and 2 blocks, 57% shooting. I thought he had a very nice outing as well. They didn't go to him as much offensively. They really used him on the defensive end, which was working. I mean, Okongwu really only started cooking once Khalil Ware was out of the game. I don't know why Spo did that, but Bam was asked to do a lot out there today, and he definitely did it. Khalil Ware only played 21 minutes, but he was 12 and 8 on 6 of 6 shooting. He was awesome. Had a couple of great blocks too, or one great block. Burks only got 11 minutes, 5 points. But then Tyler mother bleeping Hero, 30 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists on 47% shooting. Not bad at all. And 5 of 10 from 3. That's what you love to see. 7 assists to 4 turnovers. Not too bad either. I'm sweating my ass off. Damn, it's hot in here. Did I tell you how to leave a light? Off the bench, we'll save off night for last. Highsmith, 12 and 10, 5 and 9 shooting. Yo, standing ovation. I've never done this before, but standing ovation for Haywood Highsmith, man, the locksmith. Listen, let me tell y'all something about these draft picks. Cooper Flagg, I'm good on Cooper Flagg. Who needs Cooper Flagg when you have a Haywood Highsmith, baby? Somebody's going to clip that and send it to me in like 10 years when Cooper Flagg wins his 4th MVP. But no, Highsmith was sensational tonight. Duncan, 6 points in 10 minutes, and Kyle Anderson, 5 points in 11 minutes. But then Davion Mitchell, 16 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists, 4 of 9 from 3. We've done a bunch of talk about what should Davion get paid in the offseason. Should he get $8 million to $12 million? I'm like, I'll settle for 10. Give that man the max on a lifetime deal. Oh, my God, what a player. Oh, he's awesome. On the Hawks side of things, Shea, 3 points, 1 of 11, 0 of 7 from 3. Okongwu played 49 minutes. Damn, 28 and 12. That's a good player. I remember when Okongwu was coming out of college, they actually compared him to Bam Adebayo, and I've kind of been a fan of him since. And while he really hasn't turned into a Bam level player yet, he's a good player, and he's very versatile, and he only is continuing to get better, especially now that he has a bigger role with no Clint Capella. Capella was out tonight. The Hawks will probably trade him. Yeah, he's a good player. Dyson Daniels, 11 and 10, and Trae Young, 29 and 11, but on 9 of 22 shooting. But yeah, Trae Young was good tonight. Bad first half, really picked it up in the second half like superstars do. All that being said, the Heat now officially will have 1 first-round pick. It'll be the Golden State Warriors, which will be 18, 19, or 20. There's actually a random drawing to determine that on Monday. And then the Heat will not have their own first-round pick this year. But the good news is they will now have it in 2026 and 2028. So you still have some assets to play with come this offseason. But we'll get a whole video out talking about the Heat's draft situation. I'm sure we'll do a ton of more talks about their play versus the Cavaliers. I am telling you right now, I'm picking the Miami Heat to beat the Cavaliers in six games. I mean, it's Heat in 5, but I'll probably say 6 just because they got a guy by the name of Donovan Mitchell, who's probably going to get his ass clamped by Davion Mitchell. So you're right, Heat in 5 versus the Cavaliers. We'll do plenty more talk about that as the time goes on. But for right now, I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to go in some AC because I am hot. Call me Davion Mitchell because I am on fire. And that being said, make sure y'all like, comment your thoughts down below, subscribe. We're almost at 7K. All the support is greatly appreciated. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace out, everyone.
Look, pull up in your city, tryna get that dead face. Do it on my own, I don't need no dead weight. Had to kill him off, yeah, I need a head space. You know this homegrown bitch don't offend me.